Everybody wants the newest schematics in Modern Warfare Zombies. The problem is they are incredibly hard to get. Not only is the Elder Sigil itself very difficult to beat the contracts, but even if you beat the contracts, you often do not get the schematics. But I've created the absolute easiest, fastest solo schematic farming method. It combines some Tombstone glitch with some clever maneuvering that allows you to actually farm schematics extremely fast. Like, I'm talking being able to run the Elder Sigil every 10 minutes solo until you get those schematics. Let's get into it. Make sure you follow this very specific item set to do this incredibly fast schematic farm solo. Scorcher, gold ether tool, 2 flawless crystals, golden armor plate, mag of holding, disciple bottle if you have one. If not, you can use like a merc or beret, you know. Do 1 empty slot and an Elder Sigil. And I highly recommend the Reclaimer shotgun for the beginner version. I'm going to show you a more advanced version that will be twice as fast, but it does take a lot more skill. So beginner version first. If you have a Tombstone can or can craft one, it'll make it way easier because you're not going to use any of these items to set up Tombstone. You earn money the old-fashioned way, set up your Tombstone, and then you'll come back to really start using it and going into the Sigil. If you don't know how to set up a Tombstone, check out this video up here. It's a little bit older, but it's the exact same method still. So first thing you do is pull out that Scorcher, put that Pack-a-Punch crystal on it, and go to your Tombstone. Pull everything out. But this is very important. Do not use anything in your Tombstone. Nothing at all yet. Now, if you need a little money for Tombstone, I recommend just getting, 5,000, 10,000 stacked up. Killing tier 2 high value target with bounties with the Scorcher is so easy and so fast. That's honestly the quickest way to get your money up. Before we go in, let me tell you why I'm doing a few of the things I'm doing. If you haven't already unlocked the newest Dark Aether with the Easter egg yet, check out this video up here or down below in the description. Watch that, unlock it first, and then come back to this video. Now, what we have here, these are all the items that we're going to use inside the Elder Sigil. Do not use them yet because then they won't be in your Tombstone. We have 9,000 essence ready to go, and then we have 2 Elder Sigils. The 2 Elder Sigils is crucial because if I only have one, I will use it once and never get it again. This will allow me to use one and duplicate one every single time. So once here, head over to this little portal section. This reloads so slow. So head over to this portal section in tier 3. You're going to do my favorite one. You can do other ones, but U, up, in, or whatever code you like to use to get out of bounds. I start that. You're going to scorch back. On the backside for the Elder Sigil. Go and spin that. Now, timing is not that important on this mode because you are so close to the portal. Do not vote yet. You're going to run all the way over here. If you need a little extra time, which you really shouldn't, but if you do, you can always use the Juggernaut to run a little faster. So once we're here, you can see we have the sigil here. We're going to vote yes. I'm going to drop my self-revive, pick it back up, and at 6 seconds, head out of bounds. You don't have to drop your self-revive. What that does, that puts a self-revive here, which then will give you a second one. Having 2 self-revives instead of 1 in the Elder Sigil is extremely valuable. When you Tombstone into the Dark Aether, all your money stays in your Tombstone and all your perks go away, meaning you do not have any money to buy perks inside the Dark Aether. That's why this weapon and item set is important. Okay, so now you're in the Elder Sigil. The whole purpose of the Elder Sigil is to farm contracts so that you can unlock the 3 new schematics. That's the Disciple Bottle, Grenade Bandolier, and of course the 30 stash, which is super clutch. But since we're running solo and we don't have everything, the first thing that you absolutely need to do is now use your items. Don't use your Scorcher. That's why you brought one in. So you're going to save your Scorcher for the next round. But your gold ether tool, your Pack-a-Punch crystal for your gun, gold armor, mag of holding, and you can run Disciple in a bottle. Okay, so now you have all those things. Oh my. And that's why you bring 2 self-reses. Holy shnikes. Remember, these items are already set in my Tombstone. So if I use them here inside the Dark Aether, it won't affect my Tombstone. That's why you can't use any items before you do the Tombstone and the Dark Aether. But once you're in, now put them on. So it's right here on D2 is the crane, and that's where you're going to find the contract for specifically the good old Spore contract, which is by far the easiest one to do if you have the Scorcher. So we're going to head over there. We'll keep our decoys just in case, I suppose. Let's grab a couple of these. Get the heck out of here. We'll go do this one first. So these are not too hard to do as long as you're fast. So drop down 2, not 1. So it will literally go twice as fast. Get out of there. Same thing here. Always drop those first. And what I like to do is if you have a little bit of time before the zombie swarm, do 1 Scorcher Blast. Like so. And that'll help take care of some of the zombies. And again, don't stick around, just leave. Just leave. You don't want that smoke. Now just mark the next one. This really doesn't matter what order you do these in, because we're just going to do this one. This one is actually underneath the top island, so make sure you go straight to underneath. If you linger around for more than, I don't know, 20 seconds, that's when all the enemies will spawn out. So if you do it real quick like this, you can typically leave before the busies come and you die. Like that. That's exactly what you want. Just repeat the process. Always look up when you scorch too in the Dark Aether. Like that. Number 3. Now, you can follow my video if you want to do all 3 in a single round, but that requires a lot of prep work, a lot of practice, and a good amount of skill, where this is very repetitive and relatively simple. You can just give and go like this. You can see with the Scorcher, we're already out before they really start coming back. There you go. Boost it here. Drop them quick. And get the heck out of here. These ones I don't even need to pick up because I got an extra one. Let's just go this way. And then we got the last one. Okay, we got a lot of zombies already, so we're going to drop our... Yeah, that's what the Disciple in a Bottle is so clutch if you have it. I mean, Beret works the same way for sure. But there you go. That'll open that up. And we've got a contract completed. And nothing this time, but we got some good stuff. We'll take it. Let's get out of here. Now, if I had 2 self-reses, I would go do the P&D contract. But at that point, I'm literally just going to leave. Reason being is you've already tombstone all those items in. I have the Scorcher for the next round right here, ready to go. So now I can just literally hit repeat and run that again. It doesn't cost me anything. I don't have to reset up. I don't have to worry about buying any sort of perks or anything. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so now we're back here. I ended up getting a legendary Aether tool, so we can just save that. But we're going back in with the Elder Sigil, Scorcher case, and Flawless Ethereum Crystal. All right, pop that Scorcher. Hold that Elder Sigil. Pick everything up from your tombstone, just like we did earlier. We won't have room for that self-revive, so we'll just swap that out. Excuse me. Get that sigil. All right, so now you got all that stuff. Buy your tombstone, drink it up. Put in the code. Start it up. Head over to the Dark Aether. Start the Elder Sigil. Fly back. Go all the way through the portal once again. You'll have tons of time. Vote yes and get out of bounds with 6 seconds left. Even if you're between that 5 and 6 like that, you'll still be okay. So don't worry about that. So now we're going to rinse and repeat. Go grab Mr. Peaks. Then run the Spore contracts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was a good shot. And 6. Check for schematics. If you do or don't get them, exfil. But now let me show you a method that is literally twice as effective as this one, but you're going to have to change a few things up. Switch your Reclaimer shotgun with the Torque 35 compound bow with explosive arrows, and switch your mag of holding with dead wire detonator. Still keep your disciple, still keep everything else. This is going to be harder because you do not have PhD flopper to protect you, nor do you have speed cola for the faster reload. And also bring in one turret. Once you finish the first spore contract, which is challenging because you don't have PhD flopper to protect yourself from your own explosions, you'll get a little bit of essence. Go to F4. Midway up the tower, you will find a perk machine where you can buy PhD flopper, and I recommend speed cola. You could do Deadshot Daiquiri or Juggernaut if you have any extra essence. Fly over to the top of the building on G2, and on the back side, you'll find another Mr. Peaks, which will be the P&D contract. Now you have PhD flopper, you have speed cola, and you have your turret. You should be able to run both the spore contract and the P&D contract every single time, meaning every 5 minutes you can run it again and again and again and again until you get all the schematics or the items you're looking for. Set that turret up before you activate the P&D contract, then just shoot, move, reload. Also, because you have dead wire detonator, bring in Molotovs and stun grenades. You can use those to save yourself. Eventually, you will get it. And we finally got another schematic. Every time I go in now, I can do 2 contracts. It takes me 5 minutes to reset up and get back into the Elder Sigil, run 2 more contracts. So about every 15 minutes, I'm completing 2 Elder Sigil contracts. That means I can complete, on average, about 8 Elder Sigil contracts solo per hour. Hit like and subscribe if this video helped you. Share it with a friend that you know would appreciate it, and I will see you live on YouTube.